we've talked about the ankle lock. Now I'm going to show you guys an entry that I happen to use a whole lot. I use it so much that sometimes I don't actually go for the ankle lock because people are expecting it, and I actually finish the sweep. So just like I've talked about, like I did an instructional app, and I did a lot of talking about passing to set up the ankle lock. And when the ankle lock's not there, to be disciplined and pass. Same kind of thing when I do my sweeps. A lot of times, you know, if the sweep's really strong, I'll just come up to the top and take the points. Sometimes when I do the sweep, I feel really strong about my ability to get the ankle lock, so I go ahead and go for the tap and try to finish the match then. Once you start doing one or the other really well, it tends to open up the other side. So if I'm sweeping people a lot and getting on top, it tends to, you know, they're so focused on just not getting swept that I get the ankle lock, and vice versa. When I ankle lock people a lot, and that's what's happening now when I sweep people with single leg X, they're like, oh my God, he's gonna switch off to my ankle, and then it gets really easy for me to just stand up and get the points. But I'll show you how I use the single leg X guard to get to the straight ankle lock. So what happens is there's a lot of different ways you can kick into single leg X. I kick in, and it looks just like the straight ankle lock. This shin is between his legs, and then my heel, I've got to be really focused about having those toes out, and my hips, I'm kicking my hips up, but also driving my heel on his hip to really, really lift my hips up. The mistake I see here is people get into this position and they kind of have one foot in the sweep and one foot in the ankle lock. So they'll grab the ankle here and they're holding the ankle, and then they're up here thinking about sweeping the guy. But the problem here is I've got his foot, but I don't really control his heel. And so his heel can move just a little bit when I try to sweep him, and he doesn't. Sometimes the guy doesn't fall because you're here hugging the leg, your mind's in two places. What I'm gonna do is use my elbow to block his heel. I'm not even gonna grab the ankle. My elbow blocks the heel, my hips are up, my knees are pinched. Right now he's already a little off balance. All I need to do is twist my hips as I elevate him just a little more. At this point here, typically what I'll do is control his leg so he can't pick it up and scramble back up, stand up in base, and get my 2 points. But as you can see, as the guy falls, this ankle tends to lift up. Now at this point, he's thinking, I gotta get my points back. You know, I've gotta get up on my elbow and stand up and scramble back to the top. And he wants to leave me with just an advantage. He doesn't want to give up the 2 points. That's great because in this moment, this leg's up, he's thinking about escaping it. And what I do is I grab the material at his knee and I push his knee out to bring his foot closer to me. And as I do that, I bring my elbow back and I capture that grip that I want, those toes right there in the armpit, boom. Scoop, close my elbow, and he taps. So in that transition where he's thinking about coming back up, I push the knee out and use my elbow to capture his toes. Quick grip, everything else is the same. Lift my hips slightly off the mat. He's already tapping before I arch my body. That's how powerful the grip is. All right, let's try it in real time and let you guys have a look at that situation. All right, let's jump into this single leg X, show you guys like a little bit of a real-time situation. I'm here, hips are up, elbows are in, pinch. And you can see how seamless I make that transition. See, in this moment here, if I don't like it, there's 2 points as long as I control this leg. Because for him to stand up, he's gonna have to put his right foot on the ground, stand up in base. He can't do it without that foot. In this situation, super fast, I push it out, capturing his heel, hand comes in, close the elbow, and go. One more time. Here. It's all about the grip, guys. Once I get the grip, I'm confident. I shift my hips in, close my elbow, look away. Single leg X to the straight ankle lock. But don't force it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sweeping the guy and coming to the top if you got those 2 points and you don't feel like as confident in your straight ankle lock. But those two, if you're sweeping people, they're going to feel the sweep. They're going to be defending the sweep, not the ankle lock.